Today we got together with Kate's family and we headed off sort of halfway to the city, and we're spending the day at Muna Farm, which is sort of like a giant animal petting zoo. Oh, can you peek out and say hi? Hi. Are you hiding again? Say hi. Oh, it's a horsey! All done, time to head home, and MJ is knackered. Absolutely out of it. And I think he's gonna finally cark it and have a few hours sleep on the drive home.
Couple of good points in the comments regarding the PO box.
Yeah, no food. So please take no offense if you have sent or will send food. We won't really mention it or eat it or do anything around it.
Probably two reasons. One is it's not really sensible for us to eat food when we don't know where it came from. The other one is that we're what I haven't said. Yeah, we're on a massive diet.
We're actually on light and easy. We've been not being very good at it in the last few days.
No, well today I was terrible at it. That's the main reason why. We thought it was a good point because we don't want to waste people's time and offend people if they send us nice food and then we don't eat it. Sorry.
We don't want the vlog to become a food unboxing eating channel.
No.
They exist. You can find them on YouTube, but this isn't it.
There was something else in the comments.
Yeah, there was a comment on MJ's legs, which we're actually a bit, what would you say, a bit sensitive about. Because we have had people comment in person to us about his walking and things like that. And we worried, and as you do when you're parents, you really care about your child and you really want them to be healthy and happy. And when a few people start to comment in person, not on videos.
At the moment, MJ is pigeon-toed. It was something that we noticed and that I went to see a doctor about, and they said it's fine, it's normal, it's fine, it's fine, it's normal, and I forgot about it until
more people said stuff.
We had lots of comments from family and from just random in the street.
Yeah.
We're in Paris, and
this lady couldn't speak English, stopped us on the streets in Paris and started speaking in French, pointing at his legs and warning us about his legs.
Now,
so
look,
it feels really confronting.
It's quite confronting.
And it makes you feel like you're being judged as a parent, like you're not paying attention to things like that, when obviously we are. But
it began to upset me to a degree, and that day in Paris we were just out having a nice walk. It was in the evening and we were trying to relax. And this lady was really pointing at him, and it felt like she was criticising him.
We actually went to a specialist very soon after that, because then we began to worry again, like we missed something, or and this was a specialist who specialised in
pediatric orthopaedic surgery.
Yeah. So he was a specialist in what we were worried about, and he said, not a problem. It's absolutely normal. People develop at different paces, but this is the normal process. Some are early, some are late. That's fine. It always evens out, and he's never seen what we showed him in our son to be a problem. So that put our mind to ease. But when it comes up in the comments like it did yesterday, I understand, we understand that it comes from a place of often sincerity and concern for people, but the reality is there's also got to be some allowance made for the fact that we're very conscientious parents and that we're very aware of his needs, and we don't want the vlog to be a place of criticism or of, parenting advice.
Especially not of criticism of him.
Yeah.
Jazza and I were talking about it when the lady in Paris came up to us afterwards, and I felt silly for being a bit upset, because in reality he's a normal, somewhat pigeon-toed toddler. And then I started to think about other people children who might have disabilities. And I thought to myself, if my child is getting pointing and commenting, I'm not talking about the vlog here, I'm talking about just in life. We went to playgroup, me and MJ, and there was a lady pointing at him and whispering behind her hands about how he walked. And I didn't go back to that playgroup. So if I'm getting that, how much worse must it be for people, for example, whose children have scars from something, have a disability? So I guess I'm giving a bit of advice here. I don't want to come over preachy, but if it's someone's chubba, that's what we call children, they know that, you know, they're probably seeking treatment, and they're probably, you know, the last thing they need is stares, pointing, whispering, or however well-meaning comments in public. You know, it's not helpful. Everyone loves their chubbers to bits, and everyone's chubber is perfect to them. So
we may sound like out of nowhere using the term chubber. We say chubber all the time. Chubber essentially means someone's child.
Yeah.
Because when we had MJ, he was
always
just
been a chubber.
This little chubber, and we agreed from the very beginning of having him that we realised that even if he turns into this 6.5 foot tall tanked footballer, he'll be our little chubber forever.
Chubber,
you know? So like now when we refer to like people and their children with that sort of sentimentality and love, we use the word chubber because
it brings that up for us. It brings that up, like it brings that feeling of that's your child, that's
protectiveness,
that's your.
Sometimes Mrs. Jazza will come in while I'm working and stressed and whatever, and she'll be like, someone contacted me and said their chubber wants advice on this or that, or their chubber wants you to look at their drawings, and I can see in her eyes it's like this, like, what if our chubber wanted advice from their hero, you know?
Right. Your chubber is
and sometimes we can, and sometimes we actually can't, because we're juggling everything at once, you know?
Yeah.
But we do try and make time for everyone's chubbers as much as we can. In summary, we love you, but we love MJ more. And we're looking after him very thoroughly, I promise you. And we appreciate how much you all care for him and us. And we appreciate that. But some of you need to give us some space. Fast asleep. Yes, Netflix. Yes, we are still watching Thomas and Friends. You think just because it's been like 5 hours straight that we're less engaged than we were? No. We are watching Thomas and Friends. It's bedtime. Thanks for watching, everyone. I do want to finish up by reminding you that streams are kicking back in. I'm very sorry for the weeks that I've missed, but fear not, we're attacking it aggressively this week. So starting tomorrow, we have the Adobe stream on Monday. I'll put the details, times in the description, but I believe it's around 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time Sunday. That's San Francisco or California time, but that's actually 1 p.m. Monday for me. So that's Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And then also Tuesday, the regular stream. Again, times are in the description, but that's 9 a.m. my time, Melbourne, Australia time. And yeah, both streams are going to be really full on, like 3 hours each at least. Mine might be like 4, and just like lots of stuff. So make sure to come along to one or both of those. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.